Welcome everybody. We are live here at Chapmanville Regional High School. We got Chris Kidd, Josh Vance, and Darryl McCoy on the call as we got the Chapmanville Lady Tigers getting ready to take on Wyoming East. Coach Gore versus Coach Ryan Davidson. Real quick, guys, want to thank the sponsors that helped make tonight's game possible. Rebound Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, Tiger Ice Cream and Grill, Restoration One, City of Logan, the Jim Mars Services, Boat Shana O'Brien, Thompson Circuit, Court Judge 2024, Small Town Girl Promotions, Exingular, Amber Belcher, Diamond Flagging Company, Kendall Shop Floors, Tudor's Biscuit World, McCoy Dental, Aracoma Drug, Gracie and Tate Merchandise, Tug Valley Wellness Clinic, Cofield Health, Horizontal Drilling Inc., Giovanni's of West Logan, and Wild and Wonderful Smoke Shop. Guys, Shana O'Brien Thompson is seeking your vote for Circuit Judge for Logan and Mingo counties in May 2024. Vote Shana O'Brien Thompson, your choice for a fair, respectful, working circuit judge.
Well, Darryl, we are back here at Danny Gobby Gymnasium for our fifth game of the day with the Chapmanville Lady Tigers getting ready to take on the Wyoming East Lady Warriors. And this was a rematch of last year's regional championship that went right down to the wire. Chapmanville had the lead late in that game. Wyoming East was able to get it back from them, took the lead, and went on to win the AA state championship a year ago. And now Chapmanville, with most everyone back from a year ago, trying to come in and make a statement here tonight and show the rest of AA that they may be ready to go on a run this year. Now, they've had some difficulty here so far this season, Darryl. Again, had that big loss against Wayne the other night, and obviously haven't had Alara Evans at full strength yet either this season. She'll be in the starting lineup tonight, but this is just the Chapmanville Lady Tiger group still trying to work into the flow. The good thing for them is they have experience together. They've been together for a long time, much of the same group, so a lot of that cohesiveness helps this Chapmanville Lady Tiger group out a lot.
Yeah, they're coached by Coach Chris Gore. And then over for Wyoming East, you got Coach Ryan Davidson over here. You know, what do you know about this Wyoming East group, Chris?
So far that they are the defending AA state champions, but they play tremendous defense. They have all the time under Coach Davidson coming into tonight, and this is a team that a lot of people think aren't going to be maybe as strong as last year, but they've got a lot of key players back from last year's state championship run. They're going to be a formidable team going into tournament play later on this year, and they want to try and continue to have that thumb over top of this Chapmanville Lady Tiger group just as they did last year. So if they can get a win here tonight over Chapmanville, that just kind of continues to put it in the Lady Tigers' head that, you know, maybe we can't get over the hump of this team. So that's why I think this game much more important to Chris Gore and the Lady Tigers than it will be to Wyoming East tonight.
Josh, you get to see these Chapmanville people, or this Chapmanville team all the time. Who's the key player do you think we should key in on?
You got to watch, of course, Larry Evans is going to be probably limited minutes. I'm not really sure. But Jada Mahone is fantastic. She's a key player. Haley Fleming, J.C. Blair, they're all phenomenal players, and they have really grew in the game.
Now you get the starting lineups being introduced down on the floor, and again, we didn't have Wyoming East coming in. They're just being introduced at the moment, so we're catching up with them at the moment as you have Katie Blackburn, Kendall Lusk in the starting lineup, followed by Gabby Cameron. As the lights go out here for the light show, I believe Olivia Monroe and Maddie Clark were the other two in the starting lineup for the Lady Warriors. And this has been one of the fun things that Chapmanville's added over the years, Darryl, that's made the introductions a lot more intriguing, a lot more exciting. The girls love it, the boys love it, and it's definitely added a different type of flavor to the pregame here in Chapmanville. As you do see now coming out onto the floor, the starting five for the Lady Tigers. It'll be J.C. Blair, followed by Brooke Christian, Alara Evans, Haley Fleming, and Jaden Mahone to round out the starting lineup for Chapmanville here this evening. Again, this is going to be a heavyweight clash from start to finish here tonight. And Coach Gore has used this Wyoming East team as motivation from last year. They talked about how all year long this is the game, or these are the teams that they're fighting to go up against, they're looking forward to going up against. And I think this is going to be a huge measuring stick right off the bat this season for this Lady Tiger club. And if they can get a win here tonight, Darryl, I think this really spurs this Chattanooga Girls Club on into January as they get set for a lot of Cardinal Conference action coming up.
Well, it absolutely does. And, you know, coming into this game, Chapmanville, the Chapmanville Lady Tigers come in and they are right outside the top 10. So, you know, they come fresh off that hard-fought victory over Kevin Gertz's Logan Wildcats last week. So, you know, looking to see this team, this is a team that you could very well see be a top 5 team at the end of the year, or, you know, you could see them on the outside. It just depends. Do they reach their expectations?
And I think that's something that they looked at as a slap in the face coming into this year. You know, they couldn't believe that they were ranked so low. And I think a lot of teams around the state were surprised that they were ranked so low. But it's just another instance of Coach Gore and her group trying to prove themselves as the tip is in the air. And we're glad you're with us here this evening on the D&D Sports Network as Chapmanville controls the tip. Fleming will give it off to Christian on the left side. Back out top for Fleming. And then Fleming, one of the better point guards in AA. She's got such a great handle. Swings it over for Christian. She's an outside threat. 3 on the way. No good off the back iron. Rebounded away by the Lady Warriors. They'll push quickly underneath. No one home for Chapmanville. Layup rolls off, though. No good for Lusk. And now we get a loose ball foul. And a tie-up, actually a tie-up, rather, and it will stay with Wyoming East. So again, Lusk that time was wide open underneath the rim and just couldn't finish on the layup. You look around here on our screen, this gym is really packed already, and there's a lay-in and a foul as a nice cut by Gabby Cameron. You see who they get the whistle against here for Chapmanville. Looks like they're going to get J.C. Blair on the hack. That'll be her first. Blackburn's free throw, strong, but she's able to bank it in. So Gabby Cameron, rather, with a 3-point play to open things up here tonight. Fleming quickly into the front court, dumps it over for Christian, back out to Mahone. She's got range from outside. Gives it back to Blair, now back to Mahone. She'll set her feet, goes for 3, and we're all tied. Jaden Mahone, again, she's a big presence on the interior, but she can step out and knock down that 3 ball as well. Maddie Clark running the point, gives it off for Cameron, now to Lusk. Lusk will lob it over left side. Looking for someone is Blackburn. She'll bring it back out. So reset with Clark at the top of the key. A little over a minute deep. 3-point play for Wyoming East. 3-pointer for Jaden Mahone and Chapmanville. It's past to Blackburn. They say it went off her hands and out of bounds.
Now, Josh, would you say this is Chris Gore's best team to date?
Darryl, I followed her since she started. I would say talent-wise, this is by far the best team she's ever had a chance to coach.
Now Fleming over to her right, gives it off to Mahone. Again, it's no doubt this is the most experienced club she's had, and I have to agree this is the most talented club she's been able to build so far in her tenure here at Chapmanville Regional High School. And it's been one of their focuses all year trying to get to Charleston this season, and she definitely feels like she's got the club to do it. It's Christian in the left corner, will circle back out, had it knocked away from her, almost over and back, and now it will be over and back. There's Wyoming East getting their hands in the passing lanes. This is what they do so well. And that's how they've won their state championships, on the strength of their defense. Blackburn will trigger it in, gets it into Lusk near midcourt. Now over left side for Clark. Gets a screen away, drives in. Can't find an opening, resets it back up top for Lusk. Blackburn will hand it back off to Clark, and Wyoming East will reset once again. Clark will take it right side into the corner. Looked like Lusk didn't catch that cleanly. Now they'll reset again. This Wyoming East team, they'll stay patient in their half-court set as well. They're not going to get in much of a hurry. They want to find the right shot because they know they can rely on their defense. There's a good take by Clark off the left side as she found a crease, and she'll lay it in.
Like Wyoming East going to pick them up full court here.
Again, wanting to speed this Chapmanville club up early on. In full court man-to-man defense, things that just take their toll on you as the evening moves along. It's Fleming to her right, trying to find a lane, spins back to the middle, can't hit on the turnaround, rebound underneath, taken away by Lusk. She'll get it up ahead for Clark. Clark slams on the brakes, gives it back out for Blackburn, over to her left. Now into the corner, back out to the wing. It's 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter, 5-3, Wyoming East leads it. Clark pulls it back out as Christian will give chase. Again, they want to try and get Clark in situations where she can get one-on-ones, but she can create passing out of it too, down low to Monroe. That no good. Rebound taken away by Fleming. Now Chapmanville looking to get into transition. Daisy Farley, outside threat, just checking into the game. Gets it back out to Mahone. Now back to Farley. 3 on the way, and Chapmanville has their first lead.
J.C. Blair for 3.
6-5 in favor of Chapmanville. And again, good correction on that. Blair on the 3. Over far side, Blackburn looking for help, gets it back up top for Lusk. And then Chapmanville, they've got three-point shooters all over the floor, which makes them much more difficult to defend than a lot of AA teams. Clark steps back. She'll go for 3. This one's short. Underneath, though, rebound put back up. Won't fall for Cameron and rebounded by Chapmanville. As Blair comes out of there with it. Lobs it up ahead to Mahone. Mahone gives it off to Blair. Looked like she wasn't ready for it, but was able to make the grab anyway. It's Fleming. Gets into the middle, kicks it back out. Evans fakes on a long 2, takes it towards the free throw line. Back over to Mahone. 3:35 to go here on a moving clock in the first quarter. Nice take by Mahone, right side. Can't finish at a tough angle. Rebound taken away by Blackburn. She'll charge up the right side. Now to the middle, found an opening. Can't finish at the rim, though, but rebound taken away by Blair. Fleming gets it up ahead to Evans. Evans, again, so dynamic in the front court, drives to the middle, steps back in, trying to get free, but it's going to be a tie-up, and it'll stay with Chapmanville.
We should have shot it on the initial move.
Well, now Daisy Farley will check into the game for J.C. Blair. Again, Farley started at Chapmanville last year, went to Logan, now back to Chapmanville this season. As Evans looking to get it in, finds Mahone in the left corner, back up top for Fleming. Fleming, nice fake that time, gets inside, kicks it out. Good ball movement, sets up an open 3 for Farley, in and out, no good. Rebound tipped around, Christian tries to rip it away, but we're going to get another tie-up, and this one will go to Wyoming East. So exactly 3 minutes left here in the opening quarter. As Price into the game for Wyoming East. It'll be Clark up top. Chapmanville holding a 1-point edge. Clark waiting on a screen. Looks like Blackburn doesn't know what the play is here. She's trying to communicate with Clark. Now Clark will dribble back over to her left and shovels it over for Baker, who's into the game. Now back up top. As I said, Wyoming East will stay patient in these sets. They know they've got dribblers that can get you off on one-on-one situations and do just this. Getting to the rack all the way goes Clark, and she'll lay it in for a 4th point.
Melissa Farley says, "Let's go Tigers." Odell Dingus says, Odell watching says, "Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Go Lady Tigers."
7-6 in favor of Wyoming East. Christian drives left baseline, skips it over and intercepted on the weak side by Baker, and she'll be fouled on the back end of it by Mahone.
Guys, remember, hit that like and share button. Chris Kidd, Josh Vance, and Darryl McCoy on the call here. Make sure you can watch us on YouTube, dndsports.com, and on our Facebook page. But we are an interactive broadcast. Let us know what you're thinking, where you're watching from, and who you're rooting for in the comment section below.
7-6 in favor of Wyoming East. Under 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Over towards the right side, driving in, cross-court pass, dangerous, but it finds its mark. Clark goes up for the shot, and she'll be fouled by Farley on the way up.
Guys, this is probably the easiest I've ever had calling a game. Got Chris on the call, got Josh bringing you all the great production. He's putting some bells and whistles on the game tonight that you folks ain't used to. And I'm just doing the camera. I'm the easy guy tonight.
I was going to say, in a couple of weeks, we'll have like a Nickelodeon broadcast almost. I mean, it'd be the equivalent of that.
Yep. There you go. Josh is hooking us up.
Josh is like, you guys are writing checks. I can't cash here. Let's settle down. As Clark splits the free throws. She's got 5 of the 8 points so far and nearly a steal on the inbounds.
Yvonne Wilson says, watching from Mullins, go Lady Warriors. Victoria Markham says, go Tigers. And we got Katie Cooper says, let's go Warriors.
Now, after Chapmanville held a brief lead, Wyoming East back out in front at 8-6. Minute 37 to go in the third quarter. They go down low for Evans. Hasn't got a shot attempt yet. Her first one misses everything. Christian gets it back over to Evans in the left corner. Drives towards the center. Tries an up fake, and there's another tie-up. No, it's going to be a travel. You can tell how much attention they're giving Alara Evans right now. They know how dangerous she is, albeit with a semi-bad wheel still. And she'll go to the bench here as Blair will check in for her. Yeah, Evans has been trying to fight back ever since having that ankle injury in volleyball season. I was in here exercising, I do say exercising in quotation marks, one day, and she came into the gym and just working hour upon hour trying to get back out onto the floor, knowing how much she missed it. And I think I watched her hit about 80% of her shots while I was in here. So she's just a pure athlete, getting a lot of offers everywhere. There's Clark on another drive, and she is just taking Chapmanville defender after Chapmanville defender off the dribble.
How many points does Maddie have now?
That's 7 for her here in the first quarter. So 7 of the 10 points coming from her. Nice back cut by Farley, and a good find by Christian as Farley will lay it in. A good answer by Chapmanville, cuts the lead back to 2. Up top, oh, that was close to a carry, and instead it'll be a travel. It was going to be 1 of the 2 on Baker that time, and they took the second route.
There's Maddie Clark there. Maddie Clark doing a fabulous job. I tell you, she's been a joy to watch tonight, guys.
And so far, she has been impressive in this game. She's finding these one-on-one opportunities with this floor spaced, and she's just gone to work every time. The other point came after she was fouled on a drive attempt. She was able to split the free throws. So that's going to be something Chapmanville's going to have to try and counter as this game moves along. Mahone drives in right side. She's stripped, and they say it was last touched out of bounds by Wyoming East. 26.5 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. So far, it's been a tight affair, just as we expected between these two heavyweights. It's Fleming to lob it in. Dangerous pass, but it does find Mahone. Mahone dribbles to the free throw line. Pull-up jumper, can't bank it in, and rebounded by Wyoming East. So Lady Warriors now in transition. 17 seconds left in the quarter. Blackburn all the way to the basket, and she'll lay it in. Out of 10 seconds left in the quarter. Mahone up ahead for Blair. Blair down to 5 seconds. Over to Fleming. Going to have to hurry here with 3. Out to Mahone. She's going to have to force one up at the horn. Off the back iron, no good, and that'll do it for the first 8 minutes of action. Wyoming East, the defending AA state champions, leading Chapmanville 12-8. We'll be back after this break as you are watching the Country Road Showcase with us right here live on the D&D Sports Network.
If you're looking for a great selection and a great experience for your next Harley-Davidson, come on down to Mountain State Harley-Davidson here in Del Barton, West Virginia.
We have new 2023 models in stock and ready for delivery. Special financing available.
Or choose pre-owned with one of the largest inventories in the tri-state area with great low prices.
Visit our showroom filled with licensed Harley-Davidson apparel and more.
Don't write that check until you check with us, Mountain State Harley-Davidson, 61 Priest Bottom Road, or visit us online at mountainstatehd.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd, Josh Vance, Darryl McCoy here. Right now, Wyoming East sitting on a 4-point cushion, 12-8 over the Chapmanville Tigers. Chris, what's the right now? What's Chapmanville got to do to cut down on this 4-point deficit?
Right now, they got to stop the locomotive train that's Maddie Clark. Again, she's got 7 of the 12 points here in the first quarter for Wyoming East, and she's been the big catalyst setting up other buckets as well. Chapmanville's got some solid looks, but again, this Wyoming defense, they tie you up, they frustrate you, they strip the ball away, makes life very difficult on the offensive end.
Sonny said, we playing good from the start. Chapmanville is definitely the toughest team that they've faced so far. Said definitely should have been ranked top 3 preseason.
Farley has it, opening the second quarter for Chapmanville with the ball. Blair, who had a three-pointer in the first quarter, over for Fleming. Fleming crosses up Lusk, gets it over in the corner. Farley fakes on a three, takes a lane over to the left side, and Farley will bank it in. Daisy Farley now with 4 points to lead the Lady Tigers, cuts the deficit back to 2. Up top is Clark. She'll penetrate back, and then again, we'll see if Chapmanville continues to come out on her in those situations. That's where she's been able to get a burst of speed and blow by her defenders. What a back pass that time to Monroe, but she can't finish. Blair able to take the rebound away for Chapmanville. Across the timeline, chance to tie or take the lead back here for the Lady Tigers. Underneath, Evans all alone, and we're tied at 12. Blair Evans with her first 2 of the night ties us up at a dozen apiece with 6:50 to go before halftime. Blackburn shades over to her left now and gives it off. Clark over to Lusk. Now Blackburn calls out a new play here as she steps back. You do see that the person on the lead dribbler right now for Chapmanville not coming out as far as they get it over to Lusk. Left corner 3 is open, and she'll bury it. Kendall Lusk, the first outside jumper to fall tonight for Wyoming East, gives them a 3-point lead. Fleming charges in left side, slams on the brakes, her pass deflected and taken away. Again, this is what Wyoming East does so well. Hands in passing lanes. Over to Monroe, drives in left side, and she'll lay it in. So 5 quick points to the Lady Warriors after Chapmanville had tied things up momentarily. Fleming trying to get by Lusk here up against a 5-second call. Finally does. Now to Farley in the left corner. Farley can't find anything amongst the trees. Goes outside. Now down low. Nice job by Evans posting up her defender and getting an easy 2. You know, if you give Evans that type of position, she's going to make you pay all evening long. Lusk free again for 3. This time off the mark. Rebound tip. Underneath, taken away by Cameron. Back out, another 3, and this one will fall for Blackburn. 20-14, the largest lead of the game so far for Wyoming East. Out front is Fleming. Starting to see the offenses go to work here in the second quarter. Over for Mahone. She'll step back, goes for 3, and she'll bury it. She's got 6 points now, both on 3-pointers. Back to a 3-point game. Blackburn looking for a screen. Takes it to her left. Now back to Clark. And you see that Chapmanville's made more of an effort to get the ball out of Clark's hands here in the second quarter. After she went haywire on this Tiger defense in the opening 8 minutes. But now it's been the outside shooting Wyoming East hurting the Chapmanville Lady Tigers. Here's another chance for Lusk. This one off the mark. Rebound loose underneath, and there's Monroe coming out of there with it. Back out for another 3, and Blackburn hits again. 3 threes this quarter for Wyoming East, and they retake a 6-point lead. Here's Fleming. Drives in, gets tied up underneath, and no, it's going to be a hold instead against Wyoming East. So the Wyoming East crowd not happy with that call.
He's talking about Clark there. There she is. You know, this young lady, one of the better players I've seen in Southern West Virginia, Chris Kidd.
I agree. She's got so much to her game. I mean, she can dribble drive. She's able to shoot from the outside. She plays solid defense. So she's someone that is very difficult to contend with anytime she's on the floor, as they called her for that last foul. Now pass from Mahone, intercepted. Here comes Abby back the other way. Drives in, and her layup will go. And Abby Baker with her first 2. Now you have to watch these passing lanes if you're the Lady Tigers. Again, this Wyoming East club just so quick. as Evans spins inside, and they're going to call her for another travel. As Evans didn't agree. She thought she kept her pivot foot, but that's going to be the second travel they've whistled her for. So a chance now for Wyoming East, after this game was tied just a moment ago, to take a double-digit lead. Clark gives it out front, Blackburn with it. Now the offense moving crisply for Wyoming East. Pass over, though. Good job by Farley. Got a hand on it, and it goes out of bounds off of Price. That was a much-needed stop that time for the Lady Tigers. There's Farley. Now Farley will bring it up the floor. So trying to get the ball away from Evans down low, as Fleming on the bench taking a breather right now. So Farley will become the de facto point guard for the time being. Farley back over from Mahone. Mahone drives in right side, tried to go up with it, but had it knocked away. So I said active hands everywhere for this Lady Warriors defense. If you take the ball inside, you're going to have the ball very well protected, or have an assortment of moves in order to free yourself. It's Mahone. Gives it out to Blair. Christian alone for a moment at the top of the key. Now back to Farley. Takes a deep three from the left side. Off the back rim, no good. At the floor comes Clark now, trying to push the pace. Gives it out. Driving in, tough floater on the way, but that'll fall as well. As Blackburn connects, and now it's a 30-second timeout for Chris Gore with 2:50 left in the first half. We'll step aside and be back after this as you're watching the Country Road Showcase right here on the D&D Sports Network.
Looking for a great selection, great prices, and a great experience on your next ATV, motorcycle, or side-by-side? Come check out Kiefer's Kawasaki.
Our #1 goal is to offer you the best power sport experience at a great price.
Like this new 23 Kawasaki Teryx 4 for only $17,999. Before you write that check, check with us. And remember, your adventure starts here at Kiefer Kawasaki. Route 44 South, Jerry West Highway in Logan, or visit KiefersPowersports.net.
(27-17) in favor of Wyoming East, and so far here in the second quarter, Katie Blackburn's really been the story, Darryl.
Yeah, Katie Blackburn, she's shot lots out from downtown, Chris. Her shooting has been a big reason why Wyoming East has this lead.
It's now a 10-point lead. She has 8 points this quarter and 10 for the game to lead the Lady Warriors. As Evans trying to find an opening, can't do so. Gives it off to Mahone. And you see Wyoming East now contesting everything, bodying up so hard on this Lady Tiger ball club. It's been hard just finding passes here in the last couple of minutes for Chapmanville. As Farley drives in right side, picks up her dribble, tries to give it off to Blair. Ball's going to be tied up perhaps underneath. And once again, Wyoming East gets a change in turnover via a tie-up. And so I said, anytime Chapmanville brings the ball down, they find themselves in trouble here in the first half. As Wyoming East just so good at locating the ball and getting those tie-ups, forcing those turnovers. We're down to 2 minutes to go before halftime. They dump it down low. Price gives it off, left side, jumper on the way. That one too strong, but another offensive board for the Lady Warriors. Gets it out. Here's Blackburn again, and she hits again. Katie Blackburn has been unconscious here in the second quarter. That's 3 3-pointers in the quarter, 13 for the game, and now still in the backcourt. Bodies crash everywhere, and they're going to say out of bounds off of Chapmanville.
13-point lead right now after Chapmanville had it a one-possession game for the bigger part of the first half, and then here early in the second half, Wyoming East made their run, Chris, and stretched this thing out to a double-digit lead.
And right now, they've outscored Chapmanville 18-9 here in the second quarter, and it's been on the strength of Blackburn. Now here's Lusk all alone for three in the corner. That one's short, gets her own rebound back. Can't hit the putback as Blair gets the rebound. And if you're Chapmanville here, you're trying to fight to the bell as they're on the ropes at the moment, trying to get to halftime with this game still within striking distance. As Blair back out to Fleming, 1:08 to go in the first half. Fleming Spins in, kicks it out. Blair takes a three. This one's going to be short. Rebound tipped by Farley over to Fleming. Fleming, nice little step in the lane. Can't finish at the rim, though. So missed opportunity for Chapmanville. Now here's Clark with a full head of steam. Kicks it back out with 50 seconds to go in the half. Over for Monroe. She'll step out, hands it off for Lusk. Lusk can't find anything. Farley all over her. Now back to Monroe, but she lost it off of her knee. Blair will kick it up ahead for Christian. Back over for Fleming. Fleming will circle back out with a half minute to go here in the first half. Gets it over to Mahone. It was 12-12, and ever since then it's been an 18-5 run in favor of Wyoming East. Mahone thought about a three, instead drives baseline, kicks it over. Farley, wide open look. That one too strong. Rebounded by Clark with 10 seconds. She'll push up ahead, has Lusk underneath. Clark will instead go left side and lay up, rolls out, no good with 3 seconds left. As Fleming, I don't think she knows the time yet and won't get a shot off. And that'll end the first half of action with Wyoming East dominating the second quarter and taking a 30-17 lead into the break. Well, Josh, Darryl, and I are going to step aside for a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about the first half here from Danny Gobby Gymnasium as you are watching the Country Road Showcase with us right here live on the D&D.
If you got a big job to get done, don't just trust any flagging service. Call Diamond Flagging Service. Diamond Flagging Service keeps your community safe while also making sure it stays moving. Give Diamond Flagging Service a call today for their services. They also offer amazing job opportunities. Diamond Flagging Services, proud supporter of the Mountain Athletes. If you're trying to rehab from an on-the-field or workplace injury, come to Rebound Physical Therapy and Sports Performance in Chapmanville, West Virginia for all your physical therapy needs. For over 10 years, Rebound Physical Therapy and Sports Performance has been making sure their clients rebound in the quickest amount of time possible. That's Rebound Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. Look forward to seeing you. Call Restoration One, West Virginia's go-to cleanup crew. Don't let fire, wind, water damage ruin your property. Restoration One can get you back to 100% in the quickest time possible. Our staff here at Restoration One is fast, friendly, and reliable. We got experts that use the latest in technology to remove mold and damages left behind by Mother Nature. Don't just trust anyone. Trust Restoration One. Stop by Eric Homa Drug today and let them fill your prescription. Eric Homa Drug has been serving the Chapmanville community for over 46 years. They're a proud supporter of the Chapmanville Tigers and all Mountain Athletes.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the Southern coalfields. So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away.
Here at LB&T, we make online banking easy.
We've taken the hassle out of applying for a loan on our new website. It's as simple as going to our lbnt.com website and choosing the loan product that best suits your needs.
Your loan on your time. Visit us at lbnt.com. You're only a click away.
So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away. It's easy to apply online at lbnt.com, and all decisions are made locally. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back here to Chapmanville Regional High School's Country Road Showcase with Chris Kidd, Josh Vance, and Darryl McCoy. You're watching the Mountain's #1 source for sporting news, the D&D Sports Network. You're getting to enjoy tonight's games courtesy of our gracious sponsors, Rebound Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, Tiger Ice Cream and Grill, Restoration One, City of Logan, Jim Mars Services, Vote Shana O'Brien Thompson, Circuit Court Judge 2024. Small Town Girl Promotions, Singular Amber Belcher, Diamond Flagging Company, Kendall Shop Floor, Tudor's Biscuit World, McCoy Dental, Aracoma Drugs, Gracie Intake Merchandise, Tug Valley Wellness Clinic, Cofield Health, Horizontal Drilling, Giovanni's of West Logan, and Wild and Wonderful Smoke Shop. Guys, Shayna O'Brien Thompson, right now she is running for circuit judge in May of 2024 for Logan and Mingo counties. Right now, if you vote Shayna O'Brien Thompson, your choice for a fair, respectful, working circuit judge. Guys could not do it without partners, community partners like Judge Thompson, and I also want to thank Amber Belcher at Singular. Amber Belcher at Singular has 13 years of health and wellness coaching, providing people with energy, health, and business building goals. That's Amber Belcher, proud supporter of the Logan Wildcats and Chapmanville Tigers.
Well, right now here at the half, Darryl and Josh, it's 30-17 in favor of the Lady Warriors. As you look at the first half scoring, Wyoming East being led by Katie Blackburn, leading all scorers with 13 points. Then you have Maddie Clark with 7 points, Kendall Luss with 3, Gabby Cameron with 3, Olivia Monroe with 2, and Abby Baker with 2 to round out the scoring for the Lady Warriors. On the other end for Chapmanville, Jaden Mahone leading the way with 6 points, Alara Evans and Daisy Farley with 4 points, and J.C. Blair with 3 points to round out the scoring for Chapmanville. But really, in the end of the first half there, guys, and really from the start of the second quarter, it was Wyoming East defense that really asserted themselves. Again, Chapmanville got some quick buckets, looked like we were in for a little bit of a shootout, and Wyoming East just kind of slammed the door shut on that. An 18-5 run to close the first half and take this 13-point lead really seemed to deflate Chapmanville as they were leaving the floor. And on top of that, a little bit of a flex from Wyoming East. They were in the locker room maybe 3 minutes, and they're already back out here. So Coach Davidson, he saw a lot of what he wanted to see and didn't have a whole lot he needed to say at halftime if they keep up this type of pace.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's one thing that, you know, it's going to be neat to see what the adjustments, if Coach Gore can make the correct adjustments, because I'll tell you right now, this Chapmanville squad, to me, it looks like they're getting lost in transition, and that's where Wyoming East is getting a lot of their scoring.
Yeah, I agree. That's been part of the problem here in the first half of Chapmanville, just not being able to stop the dribbler. And Wyoming East has been able to penetrate, get layups, kick out for open threes, and they just really put Chapmanville on roller skates here in the second quarter. And that's going to have to be something that Christina Gore talks about in the locker room with her club, as well as trying to create scoring opportunities, because really Wyoming East shut down a lot of those passing lanes and a lot of scoring chances there in the second quarter that Chapmanville's got to reopen.
Josh, right now, what is your Bruce Walters key to the second half?
I think transition defense, if they're going to play man-to-man, they got to have a little bit of help side. The help side was not there in the first half, which led to what, like Chris said, there was a lot of open layups or open kicks for 3. So their defense is going to be key on coming in the second half.
Well, I agree, and as you're getting ready to get started, we got 2:55 to go. We'll jump out for one last commercial break. Be right back. Second half action between Wyoming East and Chapmanville Lady Tigers. Kendall Shop Florist in Chapmanville, West Virginia wants to wish the Chapmanville Tigers the best of luck in today's matchup against Tug Valley. Kendall Shop Florist has been a pillar of the Chapmanville community for nearly 50 years. Stop by and see us today and check out our flowers, candles, decorative blankets for funerals. We rent tuxedos and more. Look forward to seeing you. If you was pushed out of the area because of loss of work in the coal industry, look no longer. Jim Marr is here for you. Jim Marr is now hiring for all positions in the coal field. Stop by their offices in Logan, West Virginia or in Wheeling, West Virginia and apply today.
Come to Tiger's Ice Cream and Grill in Chapmanville. We have it all. Home-cooked dinners, brick oven pizza, tacos, hot dogs, hamburgers, dessert, and ice cream. Dine in, carry out, or drive through. Chicken and dumplings to quesadillas. Come to Tiger's Ice Cream and Grill to get your family a great meal. Located beside the IGA, right off the Crawley Creek exit in Chapmanville. 304-855-2200.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd here with you. It's Darryl McCoy with us as well here from the Country Road Showcase. And as we look to get started in the second half, you see Jaden Mahone there on our screen, Darryl. And she had 2 3-pointers in the first half for 6 points. Really need to try and find a way to try and spot her up, get her more looks in the second half to get Chapmanville back into this.
Yep. I agree 100%. And over on the other side, I mean, they've been a couple players standing out, but what's the player that stood out the most to you?
Katie Blackburn. Yeah, again, you had Katie Blackburn in the second quarter with 11 of her 13 points. It was Maddie Clark in the first quarter right next to her with 7 points, but I think Chapmanville spent so much time focusing on her after the first quarter that it really opened things up for Blackburn, who took advantage of it with 3 of 4 on 3-point attempts in that second quarter alone. And Wyoming East, who typically isn't a big outside shooting team, knocked down 4 threes altogether in that second quarter alone.
And now we're looking at Maddie Clark, number 15 for Wyoming East, with 7 points.
Maddie Clark, and I tell you, you're talking about a player that's a joy to watch, Chris.
And they have been on all cylinders here in this first half as we head towards the second half. Chapmanville with the ball, trailing by 13 to open things up. And this is going to be a do-or-die quarter as far as Lady Tigers are concerned on whether they can climb back into this, because if this stays at a double-digit deficit going into the fourth, it's going to make life very difficult. There's Mahone finding some space for 3 but can't convert. Christian on the rebound, gives it over to Evans. Evans passed up on the shot attempt, turned around, had it knocked away by Monroe. Gets it back, drives in on Monroe with the left hand, can't hit, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2. And Lara Evans having to fight for every inch down low right now. Anytime she touches the ball, they've got bodies crashing in all around her. Evans with 4 points so far tonight. Free throw too strong. And again, this will be a different team once Evans starts to strengthen that ankle up a little bit more. She's still not at 100% coming back from it. Second free throw rolls off, but Christian there to grab the board. Now Christian drives back baseline, gives it off for Mahone. Hook shot up, and Jaden Mahone with her 8th point.
What a great job she has done.
She has been the offensive catalyst so far here tonight for the Lady Tigers. As Lusk over for Blackburn. And we'll see how Chapmanville adjusts on defense, because in the first 2 quarters, Wyoming East has made good adjustments both ways. Into the middle they go. Monroe gets all the way to the rack. Actually, Cameron rather, as no one cut her off, and she's got 5 points. That's one thing. You try and plug up one hole with this Wyoming East club, another one pops up and another pops up, and it's just so hard to close all these lanes that Wyoming East creates, and there's an errant pass that goes off Evans' hands.
Vicky West and Sonny says they shoot threes pretty well.
So far, so good tonight. This thing, Wyoming East has got weapons all over the place, just like Chapmanville does. As Monroe looking down low finds Cameron on the right block. Tries to get it out, but there's Evans to deflect it away.
And that's what Coach Gord coming out of the locker room. You know, one thing that she had to, talk about at the half was, right now, Chapmanville has to find the shooters. They have to know where Clark's at, all the times on the floor. They have to know where number 13's at, and right now the defense sometimes is getting lost and not keying in on them shooters.
That's the dribble right there.
Yeah, I was about to say, that looked like Lusk got caught in between pass and dribble. Once her passing lane got shut off, she really just had to eat that turnover. Instead of forcing the errant pass, and Chapman going the other way for a layup. As Fleming comes across the timeline, Lusk all over her, gives it over to Mahone. She'll swing it up top for Blair. Blair gives it back to Mahone. Getting 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter, 32-19. Wyoming East leads Chapmanville. Blair back on the right wing. Trying to look down low, spins inside. There's another turnover forced by Blackburn as she comes in the front court. Nice bounce pass over to Clark, and she'll finish. It is now up to a 15-point lead for Wyoming East as Clark with her first point since the first quarter. Now Mahone loses control of the dribble. And that's what this pressure defense does. It just starts making you see ghost out here as Blackburn open for three from the wing. That one too strong. Rebound, no, knocked away, and there is Monroe for the putback. Now we get a whistle in the backcourt. We're going to get a foul on Lusk as you see Fleming struggling to get to her feet right now. And that's not good if she can't go. Again, Fleming, great ball handler and great point guard. She looks to be struggling with her knee right now.
Guys, keep us updated in the comment section below on some of the games going around the region if you have any score updates so we can pass them along. Courtesy of Jim Marr Services located in Logan, West Virginia.
Evans steps back for three. That one's short. Now here comes Price trying to beat Evans and Mahone down the floor. She'll take it in, but Mahone rejects it, and nice job by her keeping it in play as well. Mahone looking for help in the backcourt as Price hounding her. Pass cross court, dangerous, but it does find Fleming. 4:55 to go here in the third quarter. 13-point halftime lead has swelled to 17 now for Wyoming East. Farley on the right wing. Mahone trying to post up down low, but just not a passing angle inside. You see Price kind of shading over to that side to cut that off. Now Farley lost the dribble, gets it up top. Almost stolen away. Fleming drives in left side. Tough attempt for her as she went in against her body. No good now. Nice steal by Mahone. Reverse layup will go. She's into double figures now with 10 points, 36-21. Up top, Clark trying to set things up on Fleming. We'll give it over to Blackburn. Now back over left side, driving in. Not much there for Price. She'll kick it back up top. Now over to Clark. Gets a fake, gets by Mahone, and she lays it in. She's now got double figures with 11 points. Lead back to 15. Farley trying to find Fleming and does so. Fleming drives to her left, kicks it over into the corner for Christian. Christian takes the baseline, now to Evans. Evans is fouled on the way up. Not in 11. And looks like they're going to get Price on the hack there. They were a little late to get the score or the last bucket up for Wyoming East, so the lead stands at 17 now. Evans 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Missed earlier this quarter. Short on this attempt as well. And you can see she still just doesn't have that burst in her left ankle that she normally has and that push-off she normally has. They limited her action where she first came back last week to just 16 minutes. She's starting to get more and more as the season starts to move along here as Evans does hit the second free throw. She's got 5 points, 38-22. Wyoming East leads it. Blackburn will give it off. Clark near side for Price. Now underneath, nice cut finding Clark, but Christian recovers to cut her off at the rim. Clark again, she's just so elusive and so quick on the floor. She's down low, she's back up top, she's all over the place in a matter of seconds. Give it back to Clark on the far side. Farley in front of her. Back to the top of the key for Baker. Now near side, Blackburn. Pull up jumper from 16 and she'll connect again. Katie Blackburn has just been incredible tonight from the field. She's got 15 points now. Fleming behind her back. Able to get the dribble back over for Evans. Fakes on a three. Back out to Mahone. She'll stead her feet. Pops a three and Mahone connects again. He's got 13 for the game and 7 points this quarter.
She's really turned it up here in the third. And they've cut this to 15.
And Chapmanville's needed as much offense as they can find, and Mahone's providing as much of it as she can right now. But the lead still stands at 15 for the Lady Warriors. 2:22 to go here in the third quarter as Wyoming East taking their time. Baker shoves it far side. Price gets it back at the top of the key. Again, they know how to protect a lead whenever they get one. A lot of experience, good ball handlers for this Wyoming East club, and Coach Davidson telling them to spread it out right now.
Try to burn some clock.
Again, trying to burn some clock, see if they can create a driving lane for one of these quick guards. But yeah, they're just burning the clock out right now in Chapmanville here in the third quarter. Again, why not? Again, you've done your job on the defensive end here tonight. And your offense has been there to support you. Why not use some clock here? Now the Blackburn, open three, in and out, no good. But they get the rebound underneath and put back up and in by Price. And what a possession there for the Lady Warriors. Again, they work off over a minute on the clock, and they get the bucket on the back end of it. 42-25, Wyoming East. Fleming crosses midcourt. Gives it to Farley at the top of the key. Farley thought about a three, gives it back to Christian. Now over to Mahone. Mahone takes it towards the baseline. Can't find anything there, dribbles back out. Now out to Fleming. She'll step into a three straight on, and Haley Fleming hits. And then she's a very unselfish player. Doesn't look for her shot very much, but there's her first 3 points of the game. 42-28, cross-court Baker, and get a whistle as Price went to the deck that time. Looks like a shove against Chapmanville.
And Maddie Clark hit the deck pretty hard.
And they're going to get Mahone on that push. That'll be her second. Now here comes a platoon change once again for Wyoming East. Again, they've got a lot of depth they can go to on that bench. Again, almost everybody on that bench plays for Wyoming East. And that just keeps these legs so fresh. And the defense they play, it makes it so difficult. And when you got Maddie Clark playing like she has tonight, it makes it all the more difficult. That's 13 for her now. 37 seconds to go. Now a pass intercepted underneath, being fought for, pops into the air, taken away by Lusk. Lusk looked like Christian was grabbing her, trying to get up the floor, and they'll whistle Christian for the foul.
Maddie Clark, and again, had a great first quarter and great into the third quarter here.
Yeah, her and Blackburn just taking turns in quarters right now. Again, it was Clark in the first quarter, Blackburn in the second quarter. Now it's Clark again here in the third quarter. She drives in, what a dish underneath, but a great block by Fleming.
Big block.
Up ahead, pass deflected, and bodies crash everywhere again. Again, Lusk, she spent more time on the floor than a mop here in this ball game, but she keeps popping up left and right. She's just a tenacious player. It's down to 10 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Clark gets inside, gets all the way to the rim, and what a way for the quarter to end for Maddie Clark and the Wyoming East Lady Warriors as it's heaved to the other end by Fleming. No good, and Wyoming East takes a 13-point halftime lead, and it swells to 18 as we head to the final 8 minutes of action. You're watching the Country Road Showcase with us right here live on the D&D Sports Network.
Come to Tiger's Ice Cream and Grill in Chapmanville. We have it all. Home-cooked dinners, brick oven pizza, tacos, hot dogs, hamburgers, dessert, and ice cream. Dine in, carry out, or drive through. Chicken and dumplings to quesadillas. Come to Tiger's Ice Cream and Grill to get your family a great meal. Located beside the IGA, right off the Crawley Creek exit in Chapmanville. 304-855-2200. Come to Tiger's Ice Cream and Grill in Chapmanville. We have it all.
Back here, Chris Kidd, Josh Vance, Darryl McCoy on the call as we got Country Road Showcase here in Chapmanville, West Virginia. Chris, 46-28 is the score right now. Wyoming East on top of the Tigers.
And again, Wyoming East has just dominated since the first quarter of action. They took a double-digit lead in the second quarter. They have not relinquished it since then. And this defending Class AA state champion has looked every bit of it here tonight. And what I think both clubs knew was going to be a big measuring stick game for this season moving forward. And they'll see each other again this year, but this has been a big statement by Wyoming East so far as Fleming off the steal, can't finish. Evans rips it out of the hands of Lusk, and she'll lay it up and in. And that's what you're wanting to see if you're Chris Gore here in this fourth quarter, some fight from her club. And this is an experienced Chapmanville club. Everyone back more or less from last year. You want to see them not cave here in this fourth quarter and continue to show Wyoming East that they're going to fight them all the way to the last whistle. It's Clark. Gets by Fleming, kicks it back out. Blackburn waiting. Gives it over for Clark. It's nearly 1 minute gone here in the fourth quarter. Over into the corner. Nice fake by Monroe. Going to get a whistle and a hold here against Mahone, and that'll be her third.
What a third quarter for Jaden Mahone.
She had 7 points in that third quarter. 13 points now for the contest for Mahone, leading Chapmanville scorers here tonight. And she's a senior with a lot of range, a lot of athletic ability on both sides of the ball, but what an entry pass that time. Able to find a cutting Cameron to the basket for two. That's 7 points now for her as Mahone trapped near midcourt looking for help, still looking for help, and a whistle and a timeout by Chris Gore with 6:45 remaining here in the fourth quarter. A 30-second timeout, so we'll take it as well and be back after this as you're watching the Country Road Showcase right here live on the D&D Sports Network.
If you're looking for a friendly and fun atmosphere to enjoy your daily cuisine, come to Cheech's Pizza in Lenore, West Virginia. Cheech's Pizza has world-renowned cheese sticks, delicious pizza, and the best subs in the pizza and pasta game. Don't forget to take advantage of our milkshake shop located inside. Bring your family down to meet ours. We are the place that treats you like family from the second you pull in the parking lot. We look forward to seeing you here at Cheech's Pizza.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd with you. Alongside me, Darryl McCoy and Josh Evans here tonight. And Katie Blackburn, again, 15 points tonight, Darryl, doing a lot of damage and opening up a lot of driving lanes for Wyoming East.
She is, and then, for Chapmanville, I'll tell you, well, here we go, Chapmanville trying to set up the offense out of the timeout.
It'll be Evans trying to go to work down low. Nice fake one-way turnaround from the baseline, and there's Alara Evans and what she can do. She's got 9 points on the evening. Lusk quickly the other way. Jumper from the corner won't fall, and Blair with a strong rebound rips it out of the hands of Monroe. 48-32 in favor of Wyoming East. Fleming over to her right, cut off, gets it out to Mahone. Nice fake by her, dribbles to the left elbow. Jumper is banked in.
Mahone. Great job by Mahone.
15 points for her now in the game. 48-34 in favor of Wyoming East. We fall under 6 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Then coming up next, we got Chapmanville boys against Ashland, Kentucky boys, so stay tuned. Nice job by Blair.
That was a hustle play right there.
Now over to Evans, three from the right side, no good, won't fall. Long rebound though, finds Farley. Now to Blair. Blair drives in, Evans trying to post up. They'll go to Fleming, wide open in the corner. Can't get it to fall. Oh, it hit the top of the basket support and fell through, but it goes over to Wyoming East.
Tell you, as you look on that far sideline over there, or on that far side, fans have really rallied in here to support the Lady Tigers here.
And a lot of the boys' crowd starting to filter in. But yeah, this game, you had a great crowd even at the start of this game. And last year at the regional championship, this place was probably more packed than I remember it being for even a boys' regional final. So I think you see these two meet up again later this year, whether it be here, Wyoming East, you're going to see a similar atmosphere. But they're having to clean up one of the wet spots over on the far end of the floor right now after that loose ball popped out. But as we said, approximately 20 minutes at the conclusion of this ball game, we'll have Chapmanville's boys and Ashland, Kentucky's boys. Again, Ashland, Kentucky, number one in their area in Kentucky right now. Chapmanville, the defending Class AA state champions. So don't go anywhere here on the D&D Sports Network this evening. As Blackburn gets across the timeline as Farley was riding her like a rented mule all the way up the floor, and they're going to call her for the foul. So that'll be the second foul on Daisy Farley. Again, that's the hardest thing to learn to do, how to defend tough without fouling. And Wyoming East you can tell they've not mastered it, but they've gotten darn close to it. Again, they play such tough defense, and yet you look at their foul sheet, only 4 fouls here tonight.
You want me to tell you the secret, Chris?
Go for it.
Move your feet.
Yes. It's a good point. Something is getting harder as I get older now. There's another foul committed on the inside as Kenna Price got loose, and she'll go to the free throw line now. Yeah, again, that's the other part of it with conditioning and everything else. You know, whenever you get tired in a game, in this Wyoming East club, they run you to death, and you do start to tire out. Whenever you do, that's where a lot of reaching sets in, a lot of hacking sets in. As Kenna Price converts on the first free throw. Second free throw no good. Price got the rebound, but I think she stepped over the line before she got there.
Lane violation.
How many points for McCoy?
Here they come. They're looking for the inbound. Tough job. Poked away. It's going to stay with Chapmanville. They got a lucky break there.
That's why I said every pass, every screen, everything is contested. But
nothing's coming easy for them.
And it just wears you down mentally after a while as well, as there's a foul by Baker. A little bit of a push there on the way up the floor. But it is. I mean, I tell that to even my kids in class. I said, when you're constantly under pressure, you're constantly under siege, eventually you're going to make a mistake, or you're going to start making mistakes. I said, none of us really perform our best under pressure, or at least few and far between do, and that's why Wyoming East makes so many teams crack under the weight of this defense and the way they play. So up top with it is Mahone. Lobs it inside, pass deflected away. Here comes Price back the other way, or Clark rather, across the timeline, 4:45 to go. It's Coach Gore trying to get her defense to extend out now. Again, they can't really afford to lay back and wait on Wyoming East now if they want anything to happen here in the final half of this quarter. Clark guarded by Evans. Pass deflected by Fleming, but it still gets its way to Baker. Now lobbed over into the corner, and we get a whistle and a full timeout by Coach Davidson. So we'll take it as well with 4:24 remaining in the fourth quarter, and the Lady Warriors leading the Lady Tigers by 15. You're watching the Country Road Showcase right here on the D&D Sports Network.
Come see us at Trailhead Bar and Grill in Maitland, West Virginia, where the locals come to hang out and the trail riders come to visit.
Follow us on Facebook page for our daily specials. We're open 7 days a week here at Trailhead Bar and Grill.
You can give them a call at 681-308-6088. Make sure you follow them on their Facebook page to keep up with all their daily specials and for business and operation hours. Trailhead Bar and Grill, located downtown Matewan, West Virginia.
Come on down to Three Guys Pizza and Brew in Williamson, West Virginia. We're located on the corner of Harvey Street and 3rd Avenue. We got great deals on pizzas, sandwiches, and more. You get great service with great pricing. Enjoy your birthday or ball games with us here at Three Guys Pizza and Brew. Look forward to seeing you. Back here in Chapmanville, West Virginia, Chris Kidd, Josh Vance, and Darryl McCoy on the call. Wyoming East sitting on a 49-34 lead over the Chapmanville Lady Tigers. I want to thank Jim Marr Services and Shayna O'Brien Thompson, Circuit Judge in Logan and Mingo counties, as well as Amber Belcher at Zingular.
49-34, Wyoming East leading it. They have the ball and in control, and they push their lead to 17 as Abby Baker with her 4th point. 51-34. Closing in on 4 minutes to go here in the contest. Fleming lost control of the handle. Now gives it off to Evans. Evans a point away from double figures herself in this contest. Gets it out to Christian, and Christian, I believe, only has one shot in the entire game as Mahone rejected on her way in. Pass deflected out, and it's taken away by Blackburn. Ooh, they get an over and back call, and I don't know about that one. Seemed like she was well over the half-court line before that pass came back.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. Josh, what was your eyes on it?
Maybe the ref thought she was still in the air when she crossed. I'm not really sure. That would be about the only thing I could think of that would make
she
make
may
him want
not
to call that.
establish position on the other
Yeah,
side.
in the front court. So.
And so Wyoming East fans not happy with that, but it gives Chapmanville a small break as Mahone at the top of the key.
They don't have time to set.
Yeah, they've got to go in a hurry here as Blair finds herself open for three from the corner, but that one misses, and that'll go out of bounds off of the Lady Tigers.
Guys, I can't wait to up next Chapmanville versus number 1 ranked Ashland Tomcats. And I tell you, it's going to be a game that all the mountains are paying attention to because you got one of the best in our West Virginia coverage area versus the best in our Kentucky coverage area.
And that's going to be a fun atmosphere and a fun ball game, so you don't want to go anywhere here on the D&D Sports Network. That coming up approximately 20 minutes at the conclusion of this contest as a turnover for Wyoming East. We'll give it back over to the Lady Tigers. But time running out on Chapmanville here tonight in this rematch of the regional championship a year ago. It's Fleming to the free throw line over to Christian. Finally finds herself free again. This three short, however. Rebound taken away by Clark. Clark across midcourt over for Lusk off her hands, and she can't corral it as it'll go out of bounds off the Lady Warriors. Toller will check back, or Baker, excuse me, will check back into the fray. As Lusk will go to the bench. There's no one underneath the inbound for Chapmanville, so Mahone will take on that duty. Fleming will get a full head of steam up the other way. Trying to get by Baker, and again, just staying in front of her the whole way, and there's another deflected pass out of bounds. And I tell you what, that'd be a good statistic to keep probably by the Wyoming East bench. I'm sure they do, but deflected passes, I tell you what, they have a gaggle of them each game. Fleming out towards midcourt. Pass intercepted. Clark jumped the passing lane, and Fleming doesn't have enough burst left after hurting herself earlier in this game. And Clark now for the contest with 17 points. And her and Blackburn have really done the damage on the offensive end. And now there's a steal by Baker. Her layup won't go. Christian grabs the rebound, trying to get it over for Fleming. And Fleming, again, you can see Fleming just really unable to be herself after getting injured there in the third quarter. And they're going to call a foul on Baker in the backcourt. That'll be her second. And I think you'll probably see Fleming come out here. I think Coach Gore knows that she's probably had enough tonight as far as her leg goes after getting hurt in the third. And now you'll see Hannah Miller checking in for her. We close in on 2 minutes to play here in the ball game. Again, it's been all Wyoming East since the first quarter of this game. Chapmanville's tried to hang in as best they can here tonight. Mahone over for Miller. Looking inside, gives it over for Blair. Blair will hand it off for Farley at the top of the key. Again, Blair hit that three in the first quarter. It gave Chapmanville their only lead of the game at 6-5. Ever since then, Wyoming East has led the entire way. And you hear the Wyoming East fans right in front of us applauding their girls' defense right now as Blair, three from the left side. That'll miss everything, taken away by Blackburn. Underneath, open is Baker, and she'll lay it in on the left side. 55-34, Wyoming East takes a 20-plus point lead for the first time, and now Mahone travels as she tries to get to the basket.
I think fatigue is a big factor of that one.
Yeah, Chapmanville, they're just imploding here in this final quarter, and that's I'm sure Coach Gore, when she goes back and watches film, she's not going to like the effort in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, you can see the dejection on a lot of their faces right now, and I think maybe they put a lot on this game, and the fact that it's not going the way they were hoping it would definitely can deflate you.
But this is still a very good team. They're going to be all right. You give it a month or so into the season, who knows, this could be a different ball game.
I agree, and that's going to be the big part about this. How do you respond from something like this? Chloe Thompson checks into the game for the first time for Chapmanville, but that'll be the big part of this. How big of a heart of a champion do you have after being punched in the mouth like this tonight on your home floor? And another steal, Blackburn lays it in on the other side. And Wyoming East showing no mercy right now as they just continue to be in attack mode for the entire 32 minutes of action. And they just make you submit over and over again in these contests, just wear you down and take it to you the entire way.
17 for Katie Blackburn. 17 points for Katie Blackburn.
And now you see some of the starters checking out and Coach Gore getting some of her subs into the game. There's Riley Pritchard as well as Taylor Smith getting some action here near the end, along with Michaela Parsons. 57-34 Wyoming East, as they'll likely just run this out now once they cross the timeline. And again, it's just been an impressive performance all the way around. 17 for Clark, 17 for Blackburn. They together equal Chapmanville's total tonight. And this, a major statement by the defending Class AA state champions as they come into Chapmanville and they rout the Chapmanville Lady Tigers 57-34 to assert their dominance in the region yet again and perhaps send a very strong message to the rest of this region moving forward. And again, 23-point win here tonight.
Chris, the Tuck Valley Wellness Clinic co-players of the game goes to who?
Looks like we got to go with Maddie Clark and Katie Blackburn here tonight. Again, they were very impressive. 17 points apiece for them to help lead all scorers here tonight. Also for Chapmanville, you ended up having Jade Mahone with 15 points to lead the way. But Clark and Blackburn just sensational here tonight with their shooting, their passing ability, their defense especially. I mean, it was just an all-around perfect performance by them tonight to pick up this 23-point win.
Real quick, want to thank Rebound Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, Tiger Ice Cream and Grill, Restoration One, City of Logan, GMR Services, Vote, Shayna O'Brien Thompson for Circuit Judge, Small Town Girl Promotions, Singular, Amber Belcher, Diamond Flagging Company, Kendall Shop Floors, Tudor's Biscuit World, McCoy Dental, Eric Home and Drugs, Gracie and Tate Merchandise, Tuck Valley Wellness Clinic, Cofield Health, Horizontal Drilling Inc., Giovanni's of West Logan, Wild and Wonderful Smoke Shop. Guys, Shayna O'Brien Thompson is seeking your vote for Circuit Court Judge in Logan and Mingo counties in May of 2024. Vote Shayna O'Brien Thompson, your choice for a fair, respectful working circuit judge. Guys, we're going to step away for about 5 minutes. We'll be right back. Chapmanville versus Ashland coming up next.